sunshine day. It's a beautiful day. It's 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 all that we need. It's all that I need. Sunshine day. It's a beautiful day. It's 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 all that we need. It's all that I need. Come on, everybody. Let's jolly. Come on, everybody. Let's have some fun. In sunshine, sunshine, sunshine day. It's sunshine, sunshine, sunshine day. Clap, 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 tap your feet. Clap, 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 tap your feet. Dance to the rhythm, dance to the rhythm, sunshine day. Dance to the rhythm, dance to the rhythm, sunshine day. It's sunshine, sunshine, sunshine day. It's sunshine, sunshine, sunshine day. It's sunshine day. It's a beautiful 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 day. It's all that we need. It's all that I need. Wambra, my young son. Wambra, my young son. Eviano, Washanama. Eviano, Wayabole. Asaboni, Boni, Masase. Asaboni, Boni, Masase. It's sunshine, sunshine, sunshine day. It's sunshine, sunshine. I said sunshine day. It's sunshine day. It's a beautiful day. It's sunshine day. It's a beautiful day. It's all that we need. It's all that I need. It's sunshine day. It's a beautiful day. 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 It's all that we need. It's all that I need. Sunshine day. It's a beautiful day. It's 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 all that we need. It's all that sunshine day. It's a beautiful day. It's sunshine day. It's a beautiful day. It's sunshine day. It's a beautiful day. All that we need. It's all that I need.
Good afternoon, everybody. Queen mothers, distinguished guests, young talented musicians, and everybody here, I bring you warm greetings from the Musicians Union of Ghana. Today is a very special day. For those of you who haven't witnessed the Jankalanga Festival before, don't miss it. I just want to take this opportunity to also thank the Wazumbians. Musica has been supporting the Wazumbians from day one. And whatever they do, wherever they go, we are with them. And they are also, let me say, full members of a good standing with the Musicians Union of Ghana. Please just give them a big round of applause. And I'm saying this because now in Ghana, as you all know, everybody wants to do their own thing. That is fine. But the time has come for every musician to be a part of Musica, because you cannot do it on your own. Musica is bigger than any individual musician. So when we all come together, there's nothing we cannot do. If we say we want to change some policy right now, with Musica being in front of you, everybody with Musica, there's nothing we cannot achieve. We can change all the bad policies. We can make sure musicians get what they want. And the union is for you musicians. We are just there as ceremonial people. If you come to Musica, they have an administration with an administrator, accountant, they do the work. I just come here to talk and go out there, to Europe for things. But I need you behind me. Just quite recently, Stoneboy came to our office and engaged with the young musicians. For the past 2 years, we've had more young musicians than ever. And because they don't have labels and big management, we provide that small enlightenment for them. For example, we've done workshops 3 times across the nation. We only don't work in Accra. We have offices at every region who are taking care of the musicians there. Their welfare, when they need something. There's been a lot of exchange programs. Change the system, especially when it comes to copyright laws, people pirating music. We can't go and stand there alone. We should all come together. So we go and fight for it. Now, coming to Wazumbians. This is a group that has managed to put their act together, and a fine example of our forefathers who did what Wazumbians are doing is Osibisa. Just a little story about Osibisa. They went to the UK, they brought musicians together from Nigeria, West Indies, but everybody living in the UK. And they used high life and fused it with all kinds of genres in their own way. If you hear their songs, it's all high life brass lines in there. And that's what makes them so authentic and so unique. And one thing they did, they also introduced African drums. the only group that use phantom from so well that people like Phil Collins, all the great drummers come to watch them and then take some beats from their drummer, the rhythm man, Sola Matthew. And Wazumbian is doing the same thing, and they've been accepted all over the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, we give big ups to Wazumbians, and like we do for Wazumbians, we are there for any musician. And from here, if you want to join Musica, if you see the Wazumbians, they will show you where. Our office is just down here, Old Ghana House. Also, we are trying to bring the youth together. So whether you are old and young, you have to join. We have group life insurance for all our members, and we just introduced pension. Pension is one thing that is killing musicians, but we managed to couch a very special, flexible pension for all musicians. With this pension, within 5 years, depending on how much you contribute every month, you can go in there, take about 100,000 Ghana cedis, start some business alongside with it. And my last thing I want to say is that we need you to tell us what you want. You know, we cannot decide for you all the time. That is why you have to become a member. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you to Wazumbians. Let's all support Wazumbians and the Jankalanga Festival. Tomorrow, I want to see all of you at the +233. And the way they put this together, I tell you, is so beautiful. It's not easy putting things together, but the Wazumbians has done it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention and enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you.
Until somewhere along the line, after COVID, we decided to make it physical appearances. So then we did our first one at +233. That was 2024. Then 2025 we repeated. 2024 we had our special guest to be Mr. Ambule. And then 2025 we were very privileged to have the president of the Ghana Musicians Association to be our special guest who did a special performance. And then we had the main band Wazumbians. Jankalanga Festival is organized by the Wazumbians band, right? And Wazumbians band, we are an Afrofusion band that we seek to promote the African culture through our music, through our rhythms, and then through storytelling. So we put this festival together to promote the African culture all over the world. Now we had opportunity to be traveling, especially North America. We have been to North America many occasions. We have our manager and our promoter, Alex Boysil. That is our manager and our promoter. He has been taking us all over. Then we have our mama, who also works with Alex Boysil. They are partners. That is Mama Sandra Bell. She is in charge of International African Arts Festival, Brooklyn. If you Google, you will see International Arts Festival, Brooklyn, New York. So we are fortunate to have them here, and they did not come alone. They came with Aaron. Aaron, we are welcoming you. You are far from us. All right. So we want to take this opportunity to welcome all of you to the Jankalanga Festival 2026. It's 2 days. The first day is here. The second day will happen at +233. Tomorrow, 8 p.m., we're going to have performances. We're going to have performances tomorrow, 8 p.m. at +233. From 8 p.m. till you drop dead. A lot of bands are going to perform. We have all the way from Nigeria. We have Ben Push. He's sitting there. That is a reggae artist from Nigeria. He's going to perform on that day. And then we also have Rosalind. In fact, Rosalind came in this morning. So she's from South America. She's at her hotel. French Guyana. She's from French Guyana. That is South America anyway. So she arrived this morning, so she's very tired. And she just called that we should come for her. She wants to see what is happening. And then we're going to have local bands who are very talented And you see, when you have not seen them perform, you might think the ones they perform, the ones they travel are the best. No, they are very extremely good. We have the Ayalolo band, we have the Paposhito band, we have, that's the Paposhito, that is Ayalolo band. And then we have the Abrimpon, we have Amamre, we have the GG brass band, in fact, and then we have Muskwan. A lot of people are going to perform tomorrow. Hey, it's going to be wonderful, full of African things, full of wonderful music. So today, I want to take the opportunity on my singular honor and with the honor of the rest of my band, the Wazumbians, want to welcome all of you and officially open the International Arts, officially open the Jankalanga Festival. Please, let's clap for Jankalanga Festival. And before I sit down, I want to recognize our Queen Mothers. I want to say thank you for coming. We appreciate your presence. Thank you very much.
If you're an engineer, if you're a designer, any of this, if you're a lighting person, if you're an audiovisual person, the world is your oyster. There are certain things we need to know. There's a saying that ignorance is bliss, but what they don't tell you is ignorance would have you miss out on a lot of opportunities if you don't know certain things. Unfortunately, we live in a society where, for the most part, practitioners in creative arts and similar activities are not necessarily given the push that is needed. I think this has a cultural basis primarily because the concept of harnessing creative expressions or music, if you have to commodify or monetize it, as I said, it's poetry, libation is poured, certain clothing, articles of clothing are made and worn. Sometimes we decorate our walls and put up certain buildings, architecture. Music is performed, music is played. In fact, in music, I mean, you saw a lot of the local troops that played here. In most African societies, even the distinction between the performer and the audience or the listener is almost non-existent. Joe boy! Exactly. So if a local troupe is performing and there's that instant feedback with the people who are witnessing that performance, it often steers the direction of the performance. But because we are alive today in 2026, we need to also evolve. What do I mean by this? It means if you write a piece of song, if you come up with a new guitar melody, if you play something on a xylophone, it is intellectual property. It should be protected by law. You need to understand the value of these things and what to do with those things you are creating so that in the future you'll be comfortable. Your children will be comfortable. Your grandchildren will be comfortable. These are some of the things I'll be speaking about today. I don't want to talk too much because I don't want to make it too much of an academic exercise, but I will link up with Wazumbi and also make sure that certain resources are made available to anyone who is interested, so you can understand what copyright is, what royalties are, so you understand that when you record your music and even somebody in plus 233 is performing your song whilst you are asleep, that should be generating money for you. If you write a song and Wazumbi goes on tour and Wazumbi does a performance with his band of your song, you should see a check in your account at some point when you put certain measures in place. Do you understand? What we create is of value. It is very important, but also we need to understand that almost anybody can call themselves an artist or a musician or an instrumentalist or a singer or a performer. But what are some of the things you need to do? What are some of the things that are important for you to know to ensure that whatever you do is giving premium value? How you conduct yourself on stage. These days, there are computer algorithms and artificial intelligence softwares that are beginning to write better music, produce better music, and mix better music than some of our own musicians. It means moving forward, what does that mean for sustainability of artists and their careers? The strengths of individual persons, but they are also combining weaknesses as well. If there's a lack of discipline, you might be the most talented band in the world. You might be the best players, the best performers. It won't amount to anything. That's just an accident waiting to happen. Unfortunately, I've worked for over 2 decades, over 20 years with lots of artists. And I'm an artist myself, I'm a creative person myself. But I hate to say that sometimes we are some of the most unprofessional people when it comes to being on time, practicing, rehearsing, and even understanding how our job is supposed to, our jobs or our work is supposed to be structured. We take it as it's just vibes and inshallah. Why? Because what we do, see, the jobs we do is actually one of the few things in the world where you are permitted to even drink and smoke while you are acting on the job. Imagine you are sick, you go to see the doctor, he has to operate on you, and he's drinking and he's drunk. I'm sure most of you won't like that doctor to operate on you. I'm not saying you shouldn't have fun, but don't let the fun get in the way of self-actualization for you to be the best person you can possibly be doing what you can do. I can't count the number of times I've invited artists or musicians to the studio and they don't even have their own instruments. Imagine if you were sick, you went to the hospital and the doctor was telling you that, oh, did you bring your own injection and pill so that I can inject you with? How would you take that person? You won't take that person as being serious. But if you remove the variable of the professional we are discussing right now and you replace it with some creative, somehow, some way, it sounds normal to us because we've experienced that. Imagine you have it took me more than 2 months to rehearse hornsmen. 2 months. Between 4 to 8 hour days of rehearsals. To work with hornsmen to get the exact tone, the exact timing and vibe that was required for the project. So imagine working with 30 people for 2 months. Every time they come for rehearsals, you give them TNT. You pay for their food and their water. And at the end of the 2 months, we were able to do the recording, but the quality or the results we got still fell short of it. I had to travel to Paris, took the music I'd notated, what had taken me 2 months that I couldn't get the result. I was playing it for Mr. Fred there. It took us only 3 hours to do what we couldn't do in 2 months here. I've worked with so many artists, I've worked with so many bands, some of whom tour the world, some of whom have set some amazing records. I've worked on Grammy-nominated projects, I've worked on projects that have won Grammys. But I'll tell you this, I often tell people that when I work with any African talent or Ghanaian artist or band for that matter, my ultimate goal is to ensure that at some point in time, when these guys go out there to the rest of the world, they are not referred to as the Ghanaian band or the Ghanaian artist, Kofi. They are referred to as Kofi, the artist from Ghana. There's a difference between the two. If you are a band or an artist and you are the area champion, it's like playing four corners in your area. I want to record the song and I give it to Kweku or Efia to record the song. There are certain contracts that need to be signed. There are certain monies that should come to me for as long as I am alive. And when I die, 70 years after I have died, my children should still be chopping that money. That is the publishing industry. The third industry is the touring industry. This is where I would allow them to handle that aspect because this is what they do. I keep saying in Ghana, we don't have an industry, we have a sector. And I'll explain why. One of the reasons we don't have an industry is because we do not understand some of the things I just broke down to you about the recording music industry, the publishing music industry, the touring industry. For us to put certain measures in place to ensure that all these parts work like a very well-maintained engine. The music business is one of the few businesses that employs everybody else. Fashion designers, makeup artists, dietitians. When bands I work with are going on tour, one of the bands I work with, there was a time we announced 75 tour dates overnight. They had to do 75 shows, dotted across the world. So you now work with travel agents who now know that, okay, this is the best place to travel to Paris. From Paris, I going to Amsterdam on such and such a day. Charlie, Wufa trainer, you miss. You arrive, but you arrive late or after the show. So how do you now plan this? A dietitian is a person who will let you understand that if you have to be performing 75 shows back to back, and Efia is the main vocalist who is going to be singing every night, every other night, there are certain foods you do not eat so that your vocals don't fail you. Starches, sugars. I ban my artists from consuming sugary stuff and starchy foods. There's something called acid reflux. If you don't know these things, one day you stand on stage, open your mouth to sing, sound won't come. You would have to undergo surgery. Do our artists know this? I have a strict discipline, a strict regimen of discipline for a lot of my touring artists. If they are going to perform 2 shows within 48 hours, nobody is allowed to drink alcohol, because if somebody gets drunk, they don't wake up in time to catch the ride to the next venue. Show negu. It comes with a certain level of discipline. No processed foods. Right now, the FDA and many health institutions will tell you that a lot of processed foods are considered class A carcinogens. What this means is when you eat foods that are processed, you are guaranteed to develop some kind of cancer and poor health. As much as possible, eat fresh foods, all of these things. So imagine one job, you have to know and understand this thing. I see my Rasta man out there. I should say he be ITAL guy. Yeah, man. You understand? So we need to understand some of these things, know how to apply it into what we do to make what we do the best it can possibly be or become. we saw a new government come to power. One of their campaign promises was they wanted to generate employment for the youth. One of the best ways of achieving that is ensuring we have the right policy and the right structures in place to allow music and all other creative ancillary practices thrive, because it just opens the doorway. I mean, when Akufo-Addo, the MPP, were in power, we had the whole year of return thing, right? What was the primary type of music being played in Ghana? Somebody should answer. What? And the foods. What was the food that was, what dishes were we bombarded around the internet with? What food was it? Thank you. Who said jollof? Please give him a round of applause. Africa Unite. I believe in the unity of all African states because personally, as an individual, I do not see borders. But jollof is not our invention. The Senegalese created jollof. 98% of the rice eaten in Ghana is imported. So whilst we're having that jollof wars, you were making money for foreign companies. Clap for yourselves. Oh no.
Were mostly French, and then they were given over to the English. You know how that goes, right? And so, like, I am the third generation carnival costume designer. What we did, which connects directly to what I'm doing now, we did everything. We came up with the concept for the carnival band. We made the costumes. We had a whole slew of people who worked with us. Seamstress, shoemaker, people who were very crafty with wire bending to make the frames for the costumes. The cooks, the engineers who made sure that those costumes stayed up and the wind didn't blow them down. So we had that, and the musicians, of course, you can't have carnival without musicians. So we had that. So we had a whole, what I would call like an industry of artists and everyday people who love carnival and were also talented. So I came from the background where we all collaborated, so to speak, in order to have this carnival production. So translated that into where I was brought to New York, and then I went to school for film. I was a film editor for a long time, so I got that information about the visual, okay? So then I couldn't stay locked up in that editing room anymore, because you have to stay locked up in there with the machines, and it was very cold. I wanted to be outside with the miserable people, the people who gave you a hard time, the people who were nice. But I'd rather be with them than be locked up with the editing machine. But the editing gave me an eye for visuals, right? Which all artists are part of that. So here comes the opportunity for me to be a production stage manager, which live festival, bands, 5 days of music, and other things, fashion, etc. So I got that experience where I had to deal with all the musicians, and now I'm the production stage manager for the largest festival in the United States. It's 58 years old. It's the oldest one, the International African Arts Festival. I've been there for a long time. And I get to see the musicians all the time and listen to what they want, what they don't want. So this is probably why I'm sitting here today. Alex Boissel was booking agent, brought most of the African bands to New York City. So based on my experience as a festival producer and artist myself, what I have to offer would be a plan, right? I know you love to play music and everything, but you gotta have a plan, right? It's okay if you go off track, but at least you gotta have a plan. What do I want to do with myself, as with all this talent Do I want to just have it as a hobby and just play when I can? Or do I want to be a professional where I can make a living, feed my family, get my inner satisfaction? So that's the kind of decision you've got to make. Sometimes it just merges. But if you have an idea that this is what you want to do for a long time, then my strongest demand, I'm not even going to say suggestion, is that you think of a plan.
I didn't want to do any tour anymore. I didn't want to do, anything about that music style, because it was too much problem. I was getting very tired of it. Then I get a call from Francis. And Francis told me, I went to church today. And God told me that I have to call you. I said, you don't know me? He said, yes, there's a guy, Umar, he died last year. So a very good friend of us. He said, I spoke with Umar, but when I went to church, God was talking to me, he told me that there's somebody in the US that I have to talk to. So Francis called me. I said, Francis, that's good, but there's no money in the business anymore. Say, yes, Alex, I know you can help me. I said, Francis, if you want to come, if you can pay for your airline ticket, you can pay for the visa, you can pay for the hotel, you can pay for your food, I'm okay with that. Then you give me like a commission of it. Can you do that? He said, yes. Then I start to listen to the music that he sent to me. And I like it. And I happened to have a trip coming to Ghana, to Accra, like 3-4 years ago. And I was still not convinced when he was talking to me on the phone. But when he invited me, I was in Accra, he invited me to see the group rehearsing in a studio. I start feeling it, I start feeling the music. High life and everything. That was really, the guitar sounded good, the percussion did good, and Francis was singing and he was playing the keyboard. There was 12 people in the studio, 12 musicians. I told Francis, I don't think 12 musicians can go over there because I don't think they can. He said, let's try anyway. So we did visa and everything. Finally, you only have maybe 6 guy who has the visa, because the Americans are very difficult to get the visa now. So I told Francis, come with the musician. Came with 6 musicians, and I start booking the band everywhere. So like Mama Sandra was saying before, when you want to convince people about your band, you have to have a good presentation, video, YouTube link, Instagram, photo, and then there's something very original about the band, Wazumbian. It was not like a band coming in t-shirt and everything. They have they were ready. They have the clothes, they have the instrument, and then the percussion guy, Karimu, was really doing something very, very fantastic with the African way. You understand? Then Vince playing with guitar, and because I love Soukous music, I love Congolese music, I noticed Vince was doing something different with his guitar. Then after, Francis singing, and then not only Francis sing, but he know how to get the people, get the audience together. Yes. So I think that was what that convinced me to start working with Wazumbian. So remember, nobody knew Wazumbian in the US. Nobody. I called Sandra, I said, Sandra, I have a band, can we do something, give them something, if they can play in a festival and everything. And then that was number one show. And then slowly and slowly I start sending stuff to people. So I was back in the business. I start really telling people, you know, how good the band was. But it's not easy because sometimes you send like 1,000 presentation and you only have like maybe 2, 3, 4 people answer you. So what was my I always say like my best strategy now when I am booking a band, especially a band like nobody knows and then coming from Africa. It's very important that you have like the costume.
Right.
Yeah, the way you dress up, you know, on stage, that is very important. Here, I don't know how many there are. How many I saw? I saw one last night. It was a pen bush in the rehearsal. I find it was very good because they love reggae over there too. You know, like I'm sure that you'll be doing very well. But having Wazumbians on tour, they came the first year, 2019. They came back again. So this is the 4th tour I did with Wazumbian. Right now, everybody's asking for them to, when are they coming back? When are they coming back? Because every time they play, every concert that Wazumbian does, everybody want to have CD sign, they want to be with them, they want to know. And then he has a song called, what do you call it? The song, you have happy, you have you are born, who was born on Saturday, who was born on, you know. Yeah, that song, you know, like everybody, you know, remember that show we did in Philadelphia? That the place was so packed. And then when he did that song, everybody enjoyed, everybody like, you know, who was born on Monday, who was born on Tuesday, you know. So I have to say that if it was not for that insistence from Wazumbian, from Francis, I don't think I would be there really talking to you because I was really fed up with the business. Because like I was saying, now we have the digital, you have everything, you know, like, because the big problem that we promoter, we agent, we have is that everybody has a telephone. Everybody has internet. Everybody have everything. You could be talking with the promoter now and telling, oh, you know, I have a so-and-so, Burning Boy or whatever coming. And then he'll say, okay, you can talk to me whenever you need it. That same person will go on the internet and everything and check like who's the manager, real agent, whatever, and then forget about you. Even you are fine with them. So that's really discouraging. But it's important to have musicians who are very loyal to you.